G'day guys, Nelson here from Job Pedal, and I'm very pleased to be joined by the wonderful Nitasha, who is a rapper. I'm not gonna bash her because she's cool like a pool. Is that good?
That's great.
Can we do a rap battle? Is there something we can kick this off with?
Pass.
Pass, please. I rap for you. It's just courtesy. Come
Pass.
on.
I think I got more class.
Oh, that was a bit of rhyme. That was rhyme. That's poetry. That's like the Banjo Patterson, but in a more modern format because we're doing the rap. Yeah, okay. She's not. Okay, that's fun. You, in addition to rapping, you also work at the Opera House. So I must admit, opera's more my domain.
Yeah.
Can we do an opera off then? The Phantom of the Opera is here. Inside my mind. Oh, wow. Wow, you can hold a note too? What can't you do?
Pardon?
Is there anything you can't do? You can rap, you can sing opera, you work at the Opera House. You're a Renaissance woman, I would say.
I would say so as well. Pretty artistic. That's why I chose the location of the Opera House to work at.
Yeah. And what is your role at the Opera House?
I'm part of the building safety and security team. I'm a service coordinator there. So our role is to do access control as well as manage contractors on a daily basis.
That sounds like a lot. Do you manage it well?
It's a lot.
Yeah?
It's a lot. And we've got a group of 4 people that do that role. So we work shifts as well.
Okay. Yeah. And what hours do you work?
We work from 0700 hours all the way through to 2000 hours, but it can be further hours late as well because of events.
Yeah.
So we can work till like 2300 during New Year's Eve.
You know how I know you're a professional? You're doing this in 24-hour time. I'm really struggling to keep up with that, but I think I've got an idea. So you got this job at the Opera House because you're a lover of arts, you're a lover of culture. Is that what your background's in? Obviously, I mentioned, of course, you're a rapper.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm a rapper. I've actually had, I participated in some voluntary work in schools as well, where I work for an organization called Rap for Change. And we went into school talking about anti-bullying and whatnot.
And you'd use rap as kind of a vehicle to, okay.
Yes, to send a message across to young adults.
That's amazing. How long were you doing that for?
I've been rapping since I was 9 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's like a lifelong thing.
Yeah.
Would you rap to stop bullying even back then in the playground? Was it something you always
I was
did?
actually bullied. So it was a way for me to, you know, set my mind aside and write down my feelings. It was a way that I kind of turned off my emotions.
Yeah.
And then put them on paper.
And is that something you saw reciprocated with the kids you work with too? Like it must have a quality like that.
A lot of females approached me that were in school, and they said, wow, you're doing amazing stuff. I can rap too. Yeah. Because I'm female. All the guys are rapping here, but I want to do that too. I want to be just like you.
That's amazing because, you know, when I was growing up, it was pretty much an all-male thing. That's changed a little bit now. There are more female rappers.
It has changed. But it's still, it's very difficult for a female to rap with the male people. So majority of my group, I was the only female there.
Wow.
All the rest were male. It was very difficult.
But you think that's getting easier?
I don't think so.
No.
For a female, I feel like there's more pressure on you.
Yeah. And
I guess live up to a standard.
Yeah. And I guess some of the language in a lot of those male rappers was quite misogynistic in some ways too.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah. And the stuff that I write, it's kind of like sending a message, a positive message to everybody. And I kind of diffuse from swearing in my rap music because I know that young adults listen to it as well. And I want to send a positive message to them.
That's so great. I really, really like that. So let's go back before the Opera House. What was your sort of first gig you had after finishing school? Did you study?
I studied in Macquarie University. My first degree was Bachelor of Arts. I didn't know what to do, but I got into political science, and that's when I was like, oh, security. Right. A lot of the stuff dealt with terrorism at the time. And we had John Howard in Parliament.
Yes. Okay. That was a very high security era in politics in the wake of 9/11 and the various wars in the Middle East, etc. Well, that's great. So now you're in security. You want to continue that sort of political element of it? You're interested in national security, that sort of thing?
Both political, protecting the borders.
Yes.
Yes. That kind of stuff. Access control. I am very interested in computers and access control and monitoring.
Yeah. So the ABF is kind of the goal for you, this Australian Border Force, if you aren't aware.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is my current goal.
Yeah, fantastic.
And you might not know this, but I am a dog lover as well. I own a Staffordshire Bull Terrier, and she was the reason why I got into dogs and training them as well. And I have a certificate in animal welfare and also animal stuff as well. I know their medical conditions, how to train them and whatnot.
So I guess in an airport context, that's great because you'd work with sniffer dogs and that sort of thing as well.
I would love to get an additional license to work with sniffer dogs.
Yeah, awesome. And have you always been interested in animals? That's something.
I have been interested in dogs since I got my Staffordshire Bull Terrier.
Yeah, okay.
I saw the conditions in the pounds that they were in and whatnot. I know Staffordshire Bull Terriers are not used in Australia for sniffer dogs and whatnot.
It's German Shepherds, right?
German Shepherds. You can use them, or Labradors as well. That sense of smell.
Okay. And now you're at Sector. How have you found the training here? I mean, obviously you have a very specific route you want to go down.
It's opened my eyes.
Yeah?
It's opened my eyes. I'm learning every day how to be aware of things around you, how to, with the role plays that we do as well, it's opening my eyes to a new kind of thing that I wouldn't have noticed. Situational awareness. You need to be aware of things around you, your surroundings and whatnot.
I've heard you're very good in those too. That's kind of been the talk around town.
Yeah.
Is that it's been fantastic performances from your behalf in addition to the learning.
Yeah. I've had really good instructors here.
You've critical acclaim is what I've heard from the broadsheet newspapers.
Yeah.
No, that's great. And how have you found the sort of written component as well?
The written component, I haven't been writing for a long time. As you know, I've been on computers for a very long time. So getting my hands into that writing
Getting
process.
it legible.
Yeah.
I was never legible. And it was actually quite a controversy in my year 4 class because I was one of the first to get my pen license. And I remember the jaws agasp in the room as to how I did it. I think they felt sorry for me. I imagine you seem
I'm surprised my handwriting is still legible.
Really?
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Are we talking pen? Are we doing...
Pen.
Okay, yeah, that's a bit slippery at times. You got to get the right bar up.
Yeah, because I'm used to like typing it so fast.
Oh, wow, look at those fingers go.
But yeah, we can't really type here.
We can't do that. In addition to just being legible, how are you finding the content itself?
The content is great. There's a lot to process.
Yeah.
Yeah, and remember. Legislations I love. I learned a lot of things through the legislations, what I can do, what I can't do.
Is there any specific examples that stand out? Something that surprised you?
Today we did an activist one, role play.
That seems quite timely.
I used the Enclosed Protections Act in the scenario.
I'm a law school dropout, so just keep going on.
So Section 4, I used that one, trespassers. I didn't know was an offence to keep protesting when a person has told you to leave, that authorised person has told you to leave of site.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Very, very interesting.
Yeah.
That's great. And if you are going to work in the sort of aircraft or sort of national security space, what do you want to do in security? Would you take other jobs too?
I would love to. Like I said, I was very interested in dog training.
Dog training.
And something I would look forward to doing in future.
Oh, sorry, that's my alarm. My apologies. We'll fix that in post. What do you... if you had to describe yourself to an employer, what would be the best characteristics you think you have?
Best characteristics? I have a strong personality. I'm short, but don't take my size as a way of judging me because even though I'm short, I'm very, very well-spoken.
Certainly.
I know what I'm saying.
Yes.
And I have a very broad experience.
Yes. And you've been in a lot of customer-facing roles too.
Yep.
Do you think that's skills you could apply to a career in security?
Yeah, transferable skills.
Yep.
Transferable skills such as customer service, dealing with conflict.
Yep.
I have that as well. Contractors coming in, haven't done the inductions or anything like that. I'm very well aware of how to...
Yeah, they're not getting away with it.
No.
It's like
how to deal with that.
It's like a street rap battle.
Yeah.
You're going to show them.
But I've done it. Well, I don't see it.
No, you haven't. I haven't seen it.
Physically. You need to show me.
Yeah, that's
Before you come to the opera house, you need your induction complete.
wow. And I guess as well, you've got that academic background from university, very well spoken. I imagine that's also a transferable skill to security as well.
Transferable knowledge.
Yes.
Yeah. So transferable knowledge, what you've picked up from newspapers, what to be aware of. Yeah, stuff like that.
Would you describe yourself as a curious person?
Everybody's curious.
Yeah, but there are some people who are more curious than others, I would argue.
Curious as a cat, you could say.
Cats are very curious creatures. I often see them roaming the streets, looking around. I'm envious, in fact,
Yeah.
of their wide-eyed optimism and curiosity about the world. But I see you as a curious person, and you're being very humble here, but I think you could expand on that.
Yeah. I am pretty curious.
You're reading the newspapers.
I have been in the newspapers myself.
Oh, really? What for?
Rap.
Oh, for rap, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, very, very, very interesting. Outside of rapping, what are the other sort of things you do to kick back?
To kick back, I like to watch movies sometimes when I have free time, but at the moment I do not.
What sort of movies?
You'd be surprised.
I'm pretty open-minded.
I like watching stuff like, it depends on my mood, actually. So if I'm emotional, I would watch the girly chick flicks.
Okay.
If
Notting
I'm-
Hill? Do you like? I love Notting Hill.
Pass.
Pass at Notting Hill?
Yeah, pass.
That's my favourite Sunday night bottle of red wine chocolate flick.
Makes me cringe.
Well, what girly chick flicks are you talking about? Now I feel like a fool.
Oh no. Mean Girls. I love that kind of stuff.
That's a side of
Takes
you
me
I
back.
didn't. Oh wow!
Takes me back to my
You've dealt with a few Regina Georges in your time.
correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you're the is it Lindsay Lohan, Tina Fey? Who plays the?
I don't mind a Lindsay Lohan.
Okay, then
Yeah.
you relate to that.
Yeah.
She's pretty cool.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think so.
And Tina Fey, who wrote that film, is also pretty cool. You know
Yeah.
Tina Fey?
No,
Yeah.
I do not.
Oh,
I must say I do not. Sorry.
Okay, she was on Saturday Night Live. That's all by the by. So movies, anything else?
What else do I like to do? I love to train my dog. It's
Yeah.
weird, but I do love to train my dog. As you know, Staffordshire Bull Terriers, you need to be assertive with them and consistently supply them with mental activities that, gets them tired.
Do you think that being assertive with this dog has made it easier to be assertive in your job, or is it something you've naturally had?
I've naturally had motherly instincts.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not a paternal person at all. I think we make a good team.
I also own a small business.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so with Staffordshire Bull Terriers,
Do you have free time? How are you watching these movies?
that's the thing I said, free time. When I have free time,
So
I watch movies.
So you're doing this small business.
Yeah,
Sorry.
small business. I'm into sewing. I sew clothes for larger dogs. Sometimes when I went into competitions with my dog, they said costume competition. I couldn't find a dress for my dog. So I ended up opening up a fashion business for larger sized dogs called Pup Sized.
Yeah.
And I sew clothes for larger dogs.
So obviously time management's a key skill you have that you haven't
Yeah.
mentioned. Yeah.
I have to have time management skills.
And expand on how you apply those skills, because I really need to learn. I'm terrible at time management.
I keep a notebook.
Right.
And in that notebook, I write down times as to what I need to spend
Yeah.
on an activity
Yeah.
each day.
Yeah.
If I have to work, I put my working hours and then expand on that, what I need to do when I get home.
And you're writing these things down with a pen.
Correct.
That handwriting can't be too bad.
Yes. It's not too bad. I'm surprised it's legible. That's what I said.
Do you consider yourself a leader? Because you
sure.
strike me as one.
I could be a leader.
Very self-assured. I feel like
Yeah.
you'd run a good team.
I could be a leader.
Yeah.
But leadership comes with a lot of responsibility as well.
And would that be an ambition in the security game, to be in a position of leadership eventually?
A lot of responsibility, a lot of team members under you.
I think you could handle it.
We'll see.
You're doing all these different things. I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show.
It's okay.
You.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's no problem at all. I mean, you are probably the most impressive person I've ever met. I mean, you're so self-assured, well-spoken, courteous, kind, generous, talented. I mean, I've exhausted my list of synonyms, but I could go on and on had I the knowledge. So thank you so much. I look forward to watching your career fly, and I think no one could doubt that that'll eventually be the case. So thanks very much.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me.
No worries.